Hi, I'm Edwin Balloy at MidRiseLiving.com. I'm giving you your overall market report for townhomes and condos for the city of Anaheim. Make sure that you tune in towards the end, as I will give the breakdown for 4 buildings in the Anaheim and Garden Grove area. That's what we call our mid-rise high-density buildings: Stadium Lofts, Chapman Commons, the Domain of Anaheim, and Harbor Lofts. So for the overall market, it's no secret that the market has cooled. To put things into perspective, the best way I could put this is there are 2 markets if I were to summarize 2022. We have pre-interest rate hike when the rates were below 3%, and then we have the post-interest rate hike, which happened right around late April or so, and I'll do my best to show you how that's changed for the city of Anaheim for condos and townhomes. As far as the inventory levels, it's really shot up. It hasn't been this high for townhomes and condos since October of 2020. So if you can imagine what the values were back then, that was right at the beginning of the pandemic, and then inventory kept going down and kept going down, prices kept going up and up. Some of the indicators that I wanted to look at was the days on the market. How long is it taking to sell a condo or townhome in the city of Anaheim? All the way till June, it was averaging only 15 days to sell. So I initially thought to myself, you know what, it should start showing up right now, where if I picked up June to current, which is mid-July right now, that it should have really went up and taken longer. That's actually not the case, because the numbers are lagging quite a bit. It's actually gone down to 13 days on the market. So you had 15 days on the market, average time to sell, which is about 2 weeks, and then 13 days. Actuality, there's a lot of times that pre-June, before June, it was taking well under a week to sell a condo, and you'd get multiple offers that first weekend. Now, the more telltale sign, and it's what I call a leading indicator for anything real estate related, is the pending and backup offers status. There's a status that real estate agents switch a listing over to. It goes from active to either what's called backup offers or pending status. And that has really shot up to 32 days on the market. So we went from 15 days pre-June all the way up to 32 days on the market. I do believe that as soon as they start closing, you'll start seeing some of them taking about a month to sell, and we should also be seeing a lot of canceled and expired listings. Now let's go into your mid-rise building report, starting with the Harbor Lofts right there in downtown Anaheim. There are no pending sales right now, so I can't tell you how long on average it's taking to sell. That's actually at the time of this video. But then as far as what has sold year to date, it's taking 29 days on average for Harbor Lofts condo to sell. And as far as canceled and expired listings, there's only been 1 that's canceled and taken off the market year to date, compared to 2021, where there were 4 canceled and expired listings in the Harbor Loft. So looking pretty good from a cancellation standpoint and people who were trying to sell. Now let's go on to the Chapman Commons over in Garden Grove. Average days on market for the ones that are in escrow at the time of this video were only 12 days. So a good sign that if they're priced right, they will still sell pretty quickly. Average time to sell for closed sales year to date has been 8 days. So you're seeing that tick up just a little bit, but still relatively fast. And then canceled and expired listings in Chapman Commons, there were only 3 listings, and all of those canceled and expired after the interest rates went up. So kind of gives you an indication of how the market's affecting things. And then canceled and expired compared to 2021, for the entire year, there were only 3 that canceled and expired. So we're on pace to almost double that. Now let's move on to the Domain of Anaheim, right there in the packing district. For the 2 that are in escrow right now, it averages 7 days to sell, and that there was one that sold really quick in just 3 or 4 days, and then we had one that sat on the market for about 2 weeks. Average time on market for the ones that had sold were only 5 days. Now I'm pulling an outlier data point, which is a Zillow listing that sat on the market, but then I think that's more of an anomaly. So I had personally sold the majority of those, so I have firsthand knowledge of how the market reacted. And then one of those sales actually did happen after an interest rate hike. So if you want more details on how that went, just let me know. It's still tied the record highest sale in the community for a 2-bedroom. And then canceled and expired year to date. This is pretty telling of the market as well. There were 3 that had canceled and expired, even though one of those, it's gone on and off the market a number of times. They're trying to do what's called a contingency sale, where they're trying to buy something first. And then canceled and expired for 2021, there were only 2. And then last but not least, over in the Platinum Triangle, we have the Stadium Lofts of Anaheim. For the pending sale, it took only 11 days to sell, so the market's still reacting pretty good if you price your property good. And then the average days on market for the ones that had sold already were only 8. Canceled and expired year to date is only 3, but then keep in mind that for the entire 2021, there were only 2 that had canceled and expired, 2 people who decided not to sell or could not sell, and we're already at 3 mid-year. Again, I'm Edwin Balloy, MidRiseLiving.com. I'm having an open house over in the domain of Anaheim. I have a 2-bedroom listing which overlooks the pool. Go ahead and check out my website for more details and a virtual tour for that. I will see you 1 to 4 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Again, I'm Edwin Balloy.